This video will be about using the new Lightroom texture slider. This a new addition to Lightroom is one of the examples where I think that the subscription service that you have to pay the $9.99 a month for the Photoshop Lightroom bundle from Adobe is really of value, because they've added this new thing, the texture slider, and I think you'll see that it's a useful thing, especially in portraits. I'm going to open up Lightroom now, and I have a portrait of a lovely model named Taylor. She was part of this workshop that I took with Elizabeth Opalenik, and I highly recommend her workshops. Now, just to pull into this a bit, you can see that she's got skin that's pretty normal looking with little bumps and other imperfections. This is pretty normal skin, and when we pull back, you can't really see it that much, but as you look closely in it, you probably want to decrease this. Now, one of the ways that we have done this in the past, and I'm going to increase the size again, is that people use negative clarity. And you can see that that does get rid of this, but it also creates sort of an overall soft look to the image. The eyes no longer are as sharp as they were. So I'm going to reverse that now. Now you could take the brush and decrease the clarity and very carefully go over these areas here, for example, and decrease the clarity even more, and you'll see that it gets some of that area has been improved, but quite frankly, it doesn't do a great job in that. Now, I think this is where the new texture slider really does the job. So what I'm going to do here, first of all, is do overall texture. Now, watch as we decrease the texture, and you can see that a lot more of her skin imperfections disappear. But again, you also start seeing some decrease in the eyes. So to protect the eyes, what we'll want to do is we're going to put it back to normal. I'm going to use the brush here. I'm going to decrease the texture. I'm going to increase the size of the brush a little bit. And increase the feather a bit. So I can just paint into these areas here the decreased. Now I can show you the effect. As you can see here, I'm going all the way up. It really creates much more texture, and all the way down. And that looks pretty good. And notice the eyes have remained nice and sharp. And now I'm going to make this brush a little smaller here, and I'm actually going to create a new brush so that I can increase the clarity a bit. I'm going to just brush that over the eyes to really make it even more. So again, let's push it to the extreme, push it to the other extreme, and you can see that now we have a image of this rather good-looking young woman, and her skin has been smoothed, but it doesn't look artificial. And I think this is a very useful tool to add to your Lightroom arsenal. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again next month.